FDIC, Brian Hadad, the real talent in the threesome on Sports Talk every single day. I mean, the real unhidden talent, the untapped, the hidden talent is here with us.
Suck up to him some more.
Brian, how you doing, sir? It's good to have you.
I'm not going to disagree with anything you said, Mr.
No,
Gallo.
I wouldn't do
I think
that.
you're spot on as always.
Yeah. Well, we had VMix, but we're doing a hybrid here because it's apparently not working. But you heard some of and I could have put together quite a bit more because what a game! Your thoughts?
I was surprised, to be totally honest with you. I knew Mississippi State was going to come back and play pretty hungry in that game. They knew they had to win, but to dominate the way they did was very surprising. I thought it would be a close game. I didn't expect State's pitchers and only two of them, to completely flummox the Vanderbilt hitters the way they did. I mean, one run in the second inning, and then one run in the ninth inning when it was all said and done. State got everything they needed out of that game. Yeah. They needed to win, and they needed to sort of save some pitching, and they did both.
I was going to say the success plays into how does that help us today?
Well, I mean, it means Mississippi State has basically got a full arsenal of arms. Obviously, Houston Harding and Preston Johnson won't be able to compete, I wouldn't think. But State will have Will Bednar on the mound for them. They'll have Landon Sims fully rested and ready to go, probably for extended duty if need be. And then everybody else who's performed pretty well in this College World Series, State's bullpen has been very good, will be set and ready to go if needed today.
Have you seen what the weather forecast is?
I haven't seen it, but I'm just going to assume we're going to have an hour and a half delay just because that's been what's been working for everybody up there. So I don't know if it's going to rain or not. I'll just make that assumption that we won't be starting on time.
What do you think? Isn't it a good thing that the census is not being taken this week in Starkville?
Well, I mean, if it was just done in Mississippi, we'd be down a couple of representatives when this was done. We might have fewer than Vermont at this point.
Somebody said that half the city is emptied out, but boy, what a crowd! What a crowd! What an atmosphere!
Yeah, I thought what Michael Borky said yesterday on Sports Talk was very fitting. That there are more Mississippi State fans in Omaha right now than we've ever had at Dudy Noble for a game. There are easily 18 to 20,000 Mississippi State fans at these games, and there might be some more who come up today and try to make it up there because, the once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity, it feels like.
What are we talking about? What is I didn't look yesterday. What was the attendance yesterday?
24 and some change, and I would assume that about 20 of that was Mississippi State.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So who are they putting up as far as pitching tonight?
It'll be Will Bednar versus Kumar Rocker. You'll have the two first-round guys going at it. I mean, what a great way to finish the college baseball season. Two of the best pitchers in college baseball going head-to-head for a national title. Vanderbilt will have their other closer, Nick Maldonado, ready as well. So you're going to see four of the best pitchers in the country tonight going at it.
Sometimes in baseball is like this, not that other sports are immune from it, but when the wheels come off, the wheels come off. And it did, and they just couldn't get it back.
And there's an air to, you have that game tomorrow, right? Your season's not over when you lose last night at Vanderbilt. So they knew they didn't have to, throw their best arms. At some point, probably around 7-1, they said, we've got to start thinking about tomorrow. The guys they pitched towards the end are not their normal bullpen rotation guys. So tonight, with everything on the line, you'll see all the familiar faces.
How did and somebody could come back and put this, and I'm sure a creative writer, talk about what happened as far as COVID and Vandy and their time off. Is that going to be part of
North Carolina State?
I'm sorry?
North Carolina State.
I'm saying North Carolina State, but as far as how that played into it, do you think that'll be part of the narrative?
I'm sure it will be, and especially people who want to detract from Mississippi State will say, well, Vanderbilt didn't even belong to be there, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, State's going to have won as many games as you're supposed to win a national title. You can't really take anything away from them.
Winning is fun, is it not?
It's more fun than losing. I'll put it that way. This has definitely been a joy to cover this team this year, and I've enjoyed being a part of it, and looking forward to one more game.
What's the topics on this afternoon show besides this?
That's a good question. That's what's going to dominate the talk. And, of course, it's so early in the morning, Paul. News will break for college football and stuff throughout the day. But we're also only one day away from the name, image, likeness laws going into effect here in this state and many others. So maybe not today, but tomorrow we're probably going to have somebody on to talk about that and sort of, find out, hey, if you want to get in touch with an athlete and have them, represent your business or something, here's how you do it, because it's going to be a very tightly monitored process by the universities, because as you can guess, there's a lot of gray area and a lot of room for misbehaving if things wanted to go that way.
I got to wonder how this is going to affect sports agents. How is it the legal part of this? Are there some entrepreneurs out there that could walk these people through? Is there an industry that pop up around this? There's so many unanswered questions now.
Yeah, I imagine the universities are going to handle a lot of that. I mean, they give them all the academic and social training. So, the idea that, hey, we're going to bring in somebody to explain this is how you talk to a business, this is how you sign a contract, this is how you do your taxes, things like that. I would imagine the university will handle a great deal of that.
Well, it's one of those things that could get out of hand and get out of hand quickly, and it will sooner or later.
Yeah, somebody will want to put their hand further into the cookie jar than they want to. My guess is the penalties, if you're going to allow the players to make money off their name and image and give them that opportunity, if somebody goes out of bounds on that, I might imagine the penalties for that are going to be pretty stiff, because it's going to be like, look, we gave you what you wanted and you still screwed it up, so we got to do this.
And then the old guys like Archie Manning, some people like that think he could have been driving a Lamborghini now. So
Archie Manning, making money off his name in 1970, could have bought more property, and he would own the entire square.
There you go. Always good talking to you, sir. Enjoy your program, and I guarantee you people are watching on Channel 70 C Spire, also across the universe at supertalk.fm/watch. How's as a brother in broadcast, how's this television thing played to you?
I think it's great. I enjoy it. My people comment on my mannerisms all the time, especially when Richard says something that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, or you forget you're on and you yawn because you're not in the conversation.
Well, again, Richard will just start talking. I'm like, this is the most boring thing ever. So I've got to, I can't help it.
At least you're honest, Brian.